Well folks, talk about feeling very Christmassy. Welcome to Alaska as part of my tour. At the moment we are in the Black Square Bonanza, just waiting for things to warm up here before we depart. And I thought I'd make a video about why I think 2026 is going to be an epic year for flight simulation and VR in general. So if you're interested, stick around, stay tuned. Let's put the headphones in. Taxi light is on, put the panel lights on, and want to make sure things are nice and warm in the cockpit. Our target is 19 degrees, we're currently at 14 Celsius. All of this is modelled in this aircraft, okay? It's what I would call proper general aviation study level goodness. Wow. And it's definitely going to be IFR for our departure, that is for sure. So we need to find a runway, but thankfully it looks like the windshield is now clearing. It's great to see some snow. I'm currently recording this a couple of days after Christmas. I'm not sure when I'm going to put this video live, probably after the new year, I'm not sure yet, but this in VR folks, this feels absolutely amazing. I've no idea what it looks like on the capture, probably crap because it normally does, but I'm in the micro-OLED by the way, and forget about your black levels and all that. Actually this kind of scene where it's completely white, you know, you've got snow everywhere, is another reason why I love this display, because a white background, well, it's the best way to really test out a panel to see if there's any imperfections, and it's perfect in this thing. Another massive plus for this Sony 4K micro OLED display. Right, anyway, let's just get sorted here. We're going to take off completely blind and straight into the IFR conditions, and we'll get into this video. So you ready folks? Buckle up. We'll put our landing light on, taxi light off, keep the fuel pump on, ignition will leave that to on, strobe light on, pitot heat is on, ice door, that's the initial separator, that's on, prop de-ice is on. You know, even that ideally we shouldn't be taking off in this, but it's a flight sim, so let's do it. This is so much fun. Right, torque is now set at 11. That should be enough. I'm seeing the DFR window appearing. That's kind of a good thing in a sense that you can see the eye tracking working in the micro OLED. Oh my god. But it's a bit annoying at the same time. And there we go, straight into the soup here. And there's the DFR doing its thing. But let's just concentrate on our instruments here, because this is not going to be an easy first few moments. Whoa, I can feel there's turbulence as well. Now, as you know, I generally fly in my motion rig, but there's a reason why I've not been recently. That's something else which I can't wait to showcase, but at the moment can't really say too much. But why is 2026 going to be an awesome year? Look at this, 4,000 feet per minute climb. And we need it as well. We'll try and get out of this cloud as quick as possible here. So yeah, 2026. Well, we've got a number of things to look forward to pretty much straight away. The first one being the Valve Steam frame. I can't wait to try that headset. I know the specifications on paper are quite lackluster, but I think we might be pleasantly surprised, and I know that because I've already tried the foveated streaming capabilities of the Play for Dream, which the Valve Steam frame is going to utilize. So with that, I think even at 2160, so long as they get their pancake lenses, their optics absolutely on point, they've got to be as good as the Quest. You know, I really hope they are. It could be quite a nice little headset. Of course, the price is the most important thing. I fear that's an area it's going to fall down on a little bit. You know, we want it, of course we do, it sort of between £500 and £800, but I think it's going to be nearer the £1,000 mark, unfortunately. But you know, the Valve ecosystem will be a big deal for that headset as well. And I can't wait. I'm going to, by the way, climb out over the sea so that I know I'm not going to hit any mountains, and get straight up over this cloud layer here. I've no idea. It could be 20,000 feet or more by the time we clear it. So yeah, I'm going to try and concentrate here as I'm talking. So that's the first thing, the Valve Steam frame, and I will be showing it on the channel. Rest assured. I'll do my best to get one early, but in any case, I will be pre-ordering it just like everybody else. Right, so that's the first thing. Second thing, PSVR 2 for MSFS 2024. That's a massive deal, and unless someone can, well, send their PSVR 2 and PlayStation to me to test, I'm not really going to be showing it on the channel, folks. That's something I won't be showing because I just don't have a PlayStation. I'm not going to buy one just to do a video on it, you know? But there'll be plenty of other YouTubers, I'm sure, that will test it out. But in any case, I'm not really a fan of the PSVR 2, if I'm honest. The OLED screen, the pentile arrangement of those pixels mean you do get a lot of screen door, and you get heaps of Mura as well. Having said that, though, I do think this is going to bring a new user base to VR with the PSVR 2. It's something that we desperately need. It's a good thing, and it also means that Asobo has had to sort of really kind of knuckle down on their optimizations for the sim as well. So VR in general is going to benefit from this release, and I look forward to seeing what Sim Update 5 has to offer as well in that regard in terms of performance optimizations. Right, we're now at over 10,000 feet. Landing light off, door seals to inflate and oxygen on. You can hear the sound difference, and the door is now sealing. It's at 16 psi. See, all this stuff is modeled, and let's have a look. It's now 13 degrees. Yeah, let's just get a bit more heat into the cabin here, feeling the cold. Look at the climb, guys. Look at that frigging climb. That's unbelievable. That's why I love this pocket rocket. And we now have a bit more to play with. Going to continue with the inertial separator for the time being as we're in the cloud, and it will show here that we've got some FOD, snow, 20%. So that's going out the back and not into the engine, which would be a bad thing. Okay, so what's the next thing I'm looking forward to? Well, the micro-OLED. I can't wait for you guys to actually bloody try it and have it, because it is shipping now, and before too long, in fact, a few people have already received theirs on the Discord, and so far first impressions are very favourable indeed. People are loving it. I'm not surprised at all. It's my current favourite. It's just insane. Love it. And more people are going to have that, you know, as they start shipping them out. Fingers crossed Pimax do a good job and they can mass produce this. One thing I'm not so worried about this time, and that's the panel. I have actually got 3 Sony 4K micro OLEDs, 2 test versions, and then this final production model. In all 3 cases, I don't have one single dead pixel in any of the 3 that I've got. That never happens, folks, right? When I test VR headsets for manufacturers, because I do a lot of that behind the scenes as well, there's often dead pixels. Even the Somnium VR1 that I've got have got dead pixels in, because they're sort of like test versions. But it seems this Sony 4K display is just it's produced that well. It's just absolutely superb, and I don't think there's going to be that many returns based upon, you know, dead pixels and panel quality alone. I reckon if you do end up having dead pixels, it's probably due to the shipping and being thrown around by the delivery company more so than the actual display itself. Anyway, sorry folks, getting distracted. So we've got, as I say, the Valve Steam frame, the PSVR 2 launch, the Pimax Crystal Micro OLED, as well as the Dream Air. I really can't wait to show that on the channel. That's probably going to be happening fairly soon, I hope. And again, this is the same display as the micro OLED, but in a much sleeker form factor. And I must admit, since, you know, being used to the Mega Next and the Big Screen Beyond and even the Play for Dream now, a headset this size, well, it is a bit of a shocker to start with. Having said that though, look at the icing. Oh my god. Look at the icing on the wing. Wow. Having said that though, the Crystal Super is comfortable, especially with the micro OLED. It's really, really light, especially with the top strap, and I kind of feel like I've got a helmet on, and with the DMAS audio and the inside out tracking, I'm not sure if I'm probably going to end up probably preferring this even over the Dream Air, but only time will tell, so I guess we'll see. Wow, look at this. We've now broken out the cloud, thankfully. Can't believe the amount of icing on the wing there, but we're just got to be careful here. We have now climbed up to, I think, 21,000 feet. Absolutely amazing. This is such a powerful aircraft, and we're down to 0 now in the cabin. So let's go back to this page. Target, we need to get some more heat in the cabin. I'm looking here. Oh, we can't see. Hang on, sorry guys. This here, 18 degrees, that will do nicely. And we'll start leveling out in a minute. So yeah, the Dream Air is another super high-end VR headset I can't wait to test out in 2026, and it'll be really interesting to see how it compares to this, the micro OLED in the Super. What else am I looking forward to in 2026? Well, MSFS 2024 has now been officially released in 2026. Yeah, about that. We've all been beta testers and in some cases alpha testers with this sim, but it really is working great now, and it is worth your time. So at this point, I really am looking forward to seeing what Asobo can do with this sim now, because we are at a point where it is absolutely worth buying, and it's a fantastic platform. So I can't wait to see not only what Asobo can do, but what new aircraft is in the works. We've got some amazing aircraft coming from Black Square this year, as well as Just Flight and A2A. And that's just the general aviation side of things. We've got some amazing military jets coming from Heat Blur, and of course the airliners, I'm sure the PMDGs of the world, which I'm not so intrigued about, but you know, I might buy one this year, get back into airliners, who knows, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of those to enjoy as well. So the state of the sim going into 2026 is a good thing. It's actually at a good point now and performing fantastic over a full range of VR sort of configurations and systems. Talking of that, I will have an updated VR settings guide coming very soon as well. And other things as well, other sims such as X-Plane 12, that's now becoming a bit more of a contender for a VR flight sim, and I reckon 2026 is a make or break year for X-Plane, and I'm hoping they're going to introduce some really much needed things such as DLSS 4, you know, native to the sim, and FSR, maybe even DFR support, who knows. I know there was a massive update not so long ago with a huge amount of optimizations, so I'm going to revisit that and show more X-Plane 12 in 2026, as well as DCS World. I'm sorry folks, I know I haven't shown DCS World, I'm really sorry, for quite a long time now, but I am going to get back into it. I really hope we get the dynamic campaign coming soon. Look at those visuals, oh my god. These are ultra clouds, by the way, that's what they look like. Absolutely phenomenal now. That is a very nice place to be right here in the micro OLED. I know I keep saying it, but Nomura, looking at that sky, it is epic in this thing. I really can't see anything beating it this year. I hope I'm wrong really though, because I want VR to keep evolving, but in terms of panel resolution, I actually don't think we need any more now. 4K micro OLED, it's plenty. We don't need more resolution. We need to focus on other things now, such as optics, field of view, comfort, price, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, those are my things that I'm looking forward to, and that's the early part of January as well. I could say a lot more. There is some stuff I do know that I can't talk about, but overall, it's going to be a very exciting year for flight simulation and VR, and I can't wait to come on this journey with you guys again. And yeah, I guess I'll leave it here as I'm now in the cruise. I think this will do nicely. Thanks for watching folks, I really appreciate it. I'm going to chill in the cruise, and I'll see you again for another video very soon. Take care and bye for now.